Today we have an advanced guide for Peni Parker. When it comes to Marvel rivals, she just may be the most powerful tank available. She is definitely S tier and is capable of single tanking with the right support. Today we'll be going over her moveset, giving you some tips and tricks that isn't necessarily spelled out in plain writing. So if you've never tried Peni Parker before, I guarantee after this video she'll be your favorite tank. And if you have been playing Peni Parker for a while, I guarantee you'll learn something new. So let's get started. Now, to understand Peni, you need to understand her Bionic Spider-Nest. Once you use this ability, you'll cover a wide area with this web. The dispenser in the middle will shoot out drones. Now the goal is to play on your webs or very close to your webs, because while you're not on it, you are very squishy with 650 HP. Once you step onto the nest, you get an additional 150 overshield. Plus you'll get a movement boost, so you can kind of see the wind flowing from her back. With the addition of these drones, you can place mines as well, and the web will conceal these mines, making it very hard for the enemy to actually take out. You also have some additional webs, and these additional webs kind of act like a conduit, which is very important to know. So once this nest is deployed, it kind of acts like a real spider web. So if an enemy steps onto it, your drones will immediately attack it. And if your machine has been popping out drones for a while, it's going to do some massive damage. Now those little spider drones inflict 40 damage each, so even if you just have the initial 4 on the web, you're dealing 160 HP damage. Now here's where those mini webs come in handy. As I said before, they are conductive, so you can use these as an attachment point. So you can kind of connect it around corners, and the drones from the main web will run across these mini webs. So you can kind of snake it around any way which you need, and your spider drones will just put in that work. Don't forget you have these mines as well, so you can load these suckers up in the web as well. You can have 16 of these active at one time, and each of these mines deal 100 damage. So if you have 16 on one spot, you're doing 1600 damage. That's one-shotting any of the heroes. Now what's unique about the web is that it kind of snakes up. So if you place it close to a wall, it'll go up the wall a little bit, and you may see some outreach around the corners as well. So if you want to protect a particular spot up top, you can always connect this main web upwards as well. So you can make a trail with your mini webs, and then the drones will just follow suit and destroy the enemy. Keep in mind you can only use 3 of these mini webs at a time, so you might have to get a little creative. As soon as you send out a 4th web, one of them will disappear. Also, if you die yourself, your spider drone machine will be destroyed as well. So the goal is to set up your nest in an inconspicuous spot where the enemy may not be able to see it right off the bat, and then you can use your mini spider webs to connect wherever you need to connect. So I like to hide the nest around some corners, so your nest is blocked from that frontal fire, and then you can kind of use your mini webs to snake around. So if somebody tries to sneak around this corner, the drones will be following this path, and then of course hopefully you have some mines set up. This especially works well in narrow corridors, so if the enemy has no choice but to come down this hallway, they're going to be met with a whole bunch of drones and a whole bunch of mines, so the enemy team isn't getting by without losing a few people. And then probably the last resort, if you really had to, it's possible just to take damage. As long as you're in this web, you're continually getting healed, so you can kind of use your body to block the drone dispenser, so you can do your damage and then keep your healing up. There's also an alternate way you can use this to get to the point faster, since when you die it is a pain to walk this slow to get back to your team. Remember that these webs give you a movement boost. You can leave a spider nest here, so it'll immediately give you that speed boost. You can tap the ability button again, and there will be no cooldown. From here you can do your web sling ability and then lay another machine down so you can get that movement boost, and then rinse and repeat. So it'll kind of look something like this. We got the machine out, we're going for the web sling, breaking the machine, put another one, getting that speed boost, and then slinging back out. You'll at least save a few seconds, which could be vital in the team fight. There is another important thing to note when it comes to Peni Parker's ultimate. Now with Peni's ultimate, you are making webs as you run, so you can kind of connect these webs anywhere you want. So we can bring it all the way over here, and while that ultimate is activated, those drones will follow that entire path. What I found is spamming the arachno mines actually does a lot more damage than just the spider sweep. So you're launching a whole bunch of mines at the same time, and keep in mind that each of these does 100 damage. These little flicks do 60 damage, so if you can, definitely spam the mines as well. Now the practice range is one thing, but actually using these abilities in a quick play match is totally different. So we'll get a little hands-on right now. So again, we're going to set up our drone right around this corner so it can't be directly damaged. And then we're going to kind of use our mini spider webs to make a choke point. So now the drones will follow this path, and I will spam these mines. Now that was unfortunate because Groot hit a tree right there, which instantly destroys that, but we'll go ahead and set up another one. And as you play these various maps, you'll find different locations where to hide your stuff, and a lot of the times it's just a trial and error experience. But this kit absolutely wrecked, just like you saw with the Jeff ultimate. So we're kind of playing and peeking this corner, and keep in mind your primary fire is infinite. There's no reload or cooldown or damage drop off. You do a straight 30 damage. Now this map has a bunch of different places to hide your nest, so you can kind of experiment with placement depending on the team that you're facing. But right now we're going to kind of make this choke point right here, since most of the time they'll be coming from this angle. So whoever steps on these nests is going to get burnt. We're going to put some mines up in the front as well, and then we'll lay down that cover fire with our infinite cannons. Damn, it's kind of OP. And as long as we're staying on this web, we're getting those automatic heals, which is definitely nice. Now these guys are getting absolutely destroyed up here just by stepping on these webs. Most of the time they don't even know to go for this little machine, so it is let it live, which is definitely handy for us Peni Parker players. And the more time that passes by, the more mines you get to set up and the more spider drones that are spawning. Again, Captain America just got half health right there, all in just like 1 second, and he's still coming after me. Scarlet Witch's ultimate took us out, so we got a slight cooldown on our machine now, but that is definitely fine. So we'll get that set back up, and now we're back in business. And you can't help it, sometimes ultimates take you out, but remember you can always get that speed boost and then sling out. Get back to point a lot faster. So now we're using our spider drone nest to take back this point. Got the spider drones coming on in, and we're lighting a bunch of mines. Now we get to set up in a new location, and then we're gonna wrap around these webs over here, spamming mines at that chunk point. So it's gonna be a lot harder for people to just come around this corner without taking any damage. They need somebody to come around from the back and take out that nest. So we got a bunch of mines lined up. Spider drones are flowing, and Thor is trying to attack. Now we got this little choke point set up over here now, and thankfully we were able to stop him at this point. So that's a little bit of the Peni Parker play style. There's near infinite amount of ways you can place your drone nest and utilize that. There's 3 extra mini webs to really get those drones in action. Peni Parker is great at capture and defend. She's even pretty good in the attack scenarios too. So try her out and let me know how she works for you. If you want to see even more guys like this, don't forget to like and subscribe. We also stream over on Twitch. Link will be down in the description. Until next time though, we'll see ya.